Been living in France since 1969 and in the Beaujolais area since 1995. Actually, I don't live right in the Beaujolais, just across the river, but when we open up the windows, we have this beautiful landscape in front of us. And we run a small hotel.
4 star.
4 stars, yes, 4 stars. Which is a very nice place to stay, right on the Seine River.
So before we go any farther, does anybody know where the Beaujolais is? Where is it?
Near Lyon.
North of it. Ah, very good. You're getting one of mine. You're welcome. So it's north of Lyon, if you know where Lyon is.
Well, Lyon, of course, is France's second largest city, World Heritage UNESCO, so it's a lovely place to go as well. So we're just 30 kilometres north of Lyon. To get to the Beaujolais from England, you can either go by train from London to Lyon by Eurostar, changing at Lille, or you can go to fly directly to Lyon Airport. We're just 45 minutes from the airport by either EasyJet or British Airways. Or you can come, of course, by car. We're about 5 hours from Calais. So it's a nice, easy place to get to. Exits off different exits off the motorway. When you're going down, often British people say, "Oh yes, I've heard of Villefranche-sur-Saône," because we often go through when we're going down to the south or we're going to the Alps. But people don't think that they can actually come off at Villefranche-sur-Saône and discover the Beaujolais, and we'll explain why you should now do that.
Now there are 5 haute route exits in the Beaujolais. So you miss one, fine, you get another choice of 4 to come off and visit. It's an area which is not at all touristy, so it's authentic. It's absolutely fabulous and it's beautiful. Anyway, we'll try and convince you.
So people, obviously everybody knows the wine, Beaujolais wine. Often people say Beaujolais Nouveau, but we'll tell you there's many other wines to discover as well. But people don't realise there's an actual region behind the Beaujolais wine. And this region is fantastic for different reasons. To start off with, it has a continental climate. So we have lovely long hot summers, we have Indian autumns, we have very cold winters, but not too much snow, and then wonderful springs. So we're going through the seasons here.
We did a slideshow. We actually take our cues from the slides because there's so much to say. So here, these are all slides of springtime. In springtime, a third of the Beaujolais is vineyard, but 2/3 is forests and hillside. So this is the spring, which is obviously with lots of flowers and everything. And the wine festivities begin in spring. One always talks about the Beaujolais Nouveau, but actually the real Beaujolais comes out in spring. And this is the procession when you have the first wines, the spring wines that have gone through winter. And again, all villages have their festivities, free wine flowing, tastings, everything. Now we're going into summers, so we have long, hot, balmy summers, flowers everywhere, perfume with the vineyards and the trees in the vineyards. We have a lot of robinier, acacia trees, which have this very heady perfume.
There's always something going on in Beaujolais. As people know, wine-producing regions are very welcoming, and there's many villages all around that do activities all through the year, so you're never at a loss for something to do. Of course, the wine producers are very welcoming too, and welcome you into their chateau to do wine tasting, and often give you machon, which is a Beaujolais snack with your wine tasting from cold meats and cheese. So, a welcoming region.
So there's castles to visit, beautiful hotels. This is lakes to paddle around on. The festivities are the jazz festivals, theatre festivals, outdoor in outdoor theatres.
And in the summertime, we have an average of 8 to 9 hours of sunshine every day. And it doesn't get dark until around 11 o'clock at night, and so you can sit out and enjoy a nice balmy evening with a glass of wine.
And of course, Beaujolais wine chilled in summer is perfect.
So these are the pictures of very beautiful villages that we have in the Beaujolais. This is the Saône River, which goes across the Rhône.
And actually Beaujolais is only a very small region. It's 50 kilometers from north to south, Mâcon to the north, down to Villefranche-sur-Saône, and it goes all along the Saône River. So of course there's many activities on the water.
So now we're going into autumn, and of course autumn begins in September with the vendange, which is another very, very concentrated time for festivities, because not only do you have the grape picking, but every Saturday evening you have all the villages have parties where all the people have been working hard all week, go and party, drink.
And there is something quite unique about the Beaujolais area, and that is that after the wine has been picked and sat in the vats for about 5, 6, 7 days, depending on how much sugar is in it, they do the first press, and the first press, the juice that comes out of the first press is called Paradise, and it's not called that for nothing. It's very sweet and just slightly alcohol, and it's quite unique. And most of the wine growers will let you taste it for nothing. No, they don't charge you at all. It's just part of the festivities.
So we're coming into autumn, and everywhere in Beaujolais you have a panoramic view, and of course the vines in autumn are absolutely beautiful, a splash of red, gold, orange, absolutely magnificent. Round every corner another view, another panoramic view.
This is the marathon for the Beaujolais Nouveau comes out in November, and so there's a marathon that goes through the Beaujolais from the 42 kilometers, and what's so fun, it's a fun one, people dress up. But in every marathon, there's always places to stop off to drink a glass of water. When the Beaujolais, you stop off and drink a glass of wine. So all the people who are running, they're drinking the wine as well as they go along.
And a big party in the evening afterwards to celebrate.
And they run through vineyards, but also through castles, through wineries. So anybody, if you know anybody who's a marathon runner, it's a really fun marathon.
They don't necessarily do a really good time in the Beaujolais Marathon, but they have a good time.
Oh yeah, and the winner gets his weight in Beaujolais.
So it's coming into winter now, as we said, with continental climate, so quite cold, sharp winters. And activity in the vine is still there's still a lot of activity in the vines, because the vines are cut down manually. So there's a lot of labour. There's always somebody doing something in the vines all through the year in Beaujolais.
Of course, just because it's winter doesn't mean there aren't any more festivities. In the city of Villefranche, the last Sunday in January, there is a huge global party with all of the men who are either 20, 30, 40, 50. They dress up in tuxes and top hats, and they have a ribbon on their hat which corresponds to how old they are, and they march up and down the main street, and it's a party that starts on Thursday and sometime the following week.
It's a very local custom, and every village does it. Does the same thing as the decade birthdays. So this year, everybody, the 2001.
This is it. Yeah.
1991, 1981.
The 20-year-olds with the green ribbons. The blue ribbons are 50.
50-year-olds with blue, yeah. So you belong to a class depending on the year that you're born in, and so it's an association in each village, and these associations make money all through the year, so they do lots of activities to try and make money for their decade year to be able to party. So that's another reason why there's always something going on in Beaujolais.
And every year there's one old gentleman, sometimes more than one, with a red, white, and blue ribbon, who is over 70, and he does the march all the way up and down. It's just, I don't know, it's so moving to see them do that. They just want to do
you get the 90-year-olds.
Yeah.
Not many 100, but high 90s you get.
So this is going through Villefranche-sur-Saône, which is the administrative capital of Beaujolais. Of course, the historic capital is Beaujeu and de Beaujeu, but the administrative capital is now Villefranche. So this gives you a good idea of the region. You can see, as I said earlier, starting at Mâcon to the north, 50 kilometers down to Villefranche-sur-Saône, so a tiny region. And you can see on the map here, all the right-hand side is the wine-growing part of Beaujolais, which people only really know, but 2/3, as we said earlier, of Beaujolais is called Green Beaujolais, or Little Switzerland, and it's a totally different atmosphere than the wine-growing area. Little Switzerland obviously has a very alpine feel to it. It has pine forests everywhere, lakes, mini mountains, cows, lots of local goat cheese producers, And so you have in this tiny region, you have a diversity of countryside, which is really quite striking. When you want to get away from the vines and do something different, you go into the forest, have lovely walks. Very natural, great for anybody who likes walking, mountain biking, horse riding,
mushroom picking.
And we have a fantastic lake. So not only do we have activities, water activities down the Saône River, but we also have a lake in Green Beaujolais, which is a great tourist attraction. Many activities go on there. Coming back to the wine growing part, so we have 3 distinct wine growing areas. Down the bottom is the Beaujolais appellation, then there's the Beaujolais village, and then there's the prestigious cru wines, which we'll talk about later. Down in the south, you can see this golden area here down to the south. This is called the Golden Stone area region, and it's likened to Tuscany. It's called the Tuscany of France because all the houses, the churches, the chateau are made out of this striking limestone, which we'll see photos of afterwards.